If that's what it takes to fix it, then hire me at NASA because I'll fix all your stuff.
Cool.
Cool.
So we are on. We've got a chat room going on. What are we calling you? Are we calling you Galvanid? I've always just said Galv.
That's fine.
No, no,
The
no, no.
id and the ego are,
Galvanigo.
Galvanigo. I mean, that's what people call you behind your back.
And you know what
Galvin's
happens?
fine.
You know what happens when Frieza kills his best friend Krillin, and he becomes so angry that his hair turns yellow? Is he becomes Galva's superego? Yeah,
Wow.
that's a psychology joke. I'll be here all night.
That was that was a psychology joke for people who get video games. Not video games.
Goku
anime.
is an anime character.
Sorry.
Well, he's also a video game character now.
He's been a video game character since the 80s, I will have you know.
Well, I'm just saying. You
First
can't
Dragon
tell
Ball
her she's
game
wrong when she's
was
right.
released in the early 80s.
I'm just saying. I
remember.
got it. I got it.
Yay, baby, she's got it.
I understood his saying joke.
He's just saying.
Right. So everything looks good.
I'm ready to begin. Are you ready to begin?
I am ready to begin.
Let's go.
Okay. Here we are. We're going to go live in 5, 4, 3.
You're listening to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the Guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 126 of the Converted Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast all about the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is April 16th, 2018. It's just about 6:25 p.m. Airy Peak local time. Thank you very much for joining us. Sal, what's going on this week?
In this episode, we have Gal from the CTR Raid Team Hyjal Volunteer Fire Department. Your converted shoutouts to Arts Echelon with the Guild Haps, and I hope everyone's done their taxes.
What?
Taxes.
Yeah.
I do.
What day is
The
it?
tax.
Tell you what, we're going to do a podcast later. That's right. Welcome to the show. It's Galvanid. Galvanid, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
What's up? Good things, good things. How are y'all doing?
I couldn't be better. I am Bartholomew. I am your mighty mutant MC, and with me tonight is She-Ra herself, Salmisis the Shaman. Sal, what's up?
Hi. I wanted to say this last time, I think, but I never did. I want to say thank you to Navox for helping me level some stuff, and to the Buttress for helping me level some stuff. And do you know what? The Unshackled Fury podcast has called me out. Navox and Berserker Rage have called me out to come on their podcast
Bring
to
it.
rage with them, and I have accepted the challenge.
Awesome. I thought they were
Yes.
calling you out like for a fight or a duel, like at high noon.
Oh, I totally expect a fight and a duel and high noon and
Okay.
all of these things.
Go get
So,
'em.
because as mad as I always get at Navox,
I seen it.
I'll have to make something up about him. But as mad as I always get at Berserker, I can't wait. The Unshackled Fury podcast is a great podcast, so I can't wait to be on it. Yes.
Fantastic. I can't wait to hear it.
Hmm.
Also, as always, please welcome the original Thundercat, Turarts, the Hunter. Turarts, what's up?
Not much. It's crazy. It's been 2 weeks already. I have finally gotten the expansion. So working on those the last couple of reps, because I have all the horde rep up. Just uncoincidentally, that's just the rep that I guess I chose to focus on getting exalted first.
Hmm.
So now I need to get the alliance rep up so I can do the allied. races. So that has been my WoW focus. Because yeah, I guess I just didn't realize I was not focused correctly, or maybe I was focused correctly.
If you're
Some of
having
it
fun,
may
you're
have
doing
been
it right.
Yeah, he's right. Some of it may have been that the Horde race reps were out before the Alliance race reps, because they're
Yeah.
the Argus ones. They're newer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that is interesting. Other than that, been killing it still with the Mass Effect, and Garrus is not going to be my bae yet, but I've come to terms with
Not
that.
yet.
Not yet, but I just required Jack. If you haven't played Mass Effect, this means nothing to you, but if you have, Jack's kind of BA. I want to be Jack.
Mm.
But-
BAAF.
Oh yeah, and it's a she, not a he. They
Oh.
lead you to believe it's a he. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. Besides that, we started some planning of some things and stuff, and I'm just excited that BlizzCon's finally been announced. Finally, like
Oh my
that's
gosh.
an update from last time, guys.
Yeah, they announced the date, and it's the first weekend in November, which I mean, pretty much everybody kind of expected that, right? Like that's thankfully it's not throwing off anybody's plans, right? Like it's not surprisingly the first weekend in November.
Yeah, it's not a shocker.
But it's exciting that it's finally been announced, and I don't know what Sal's doing. But Barf, let's go back up to you. What have you been up to? Because Barf, what's going on with that name of yours?
Yeah, kind
There's
of a lot
something
of stuff.
different.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Understand this. I'm the same, but you'll find me at a different place now. I have gone through with what I was talking about last time. I was like, oh yeah,
Right.
some people in my Discord were helping me out with a project that I've been working on. The project was a Twitch and Twitter and just general online presence rebranding.
Mm.
I am no longer Bartholomew_CTR in any of the places. I am now a bonus level in all of the places. I was looking for something that, first of all, was available on all the different platforms that I use, and number two, was maybe a little bit more marketable as like a Twitch identity. Only because like you approach somebody and you go, yeah, I'm a streamer. I play a lot of Nintendo console games. And they're like, that's cool. What's your name? And I go, Bartholomew CTR. And they say, I don't know what that means. So, it seemed derivative of too many things that weren't, my stuff. Like Bartholomew came from a character name, which came from another character name from a movie. And then CTR is,
It's a
again,
great
it's not
movie,
my
though.
thing. It's a pretty great movie. It's a pretty great movie. It's a
Yeah.
pretty good movie. Good movie. But I wanted to, do something that was a little bit more in that space. So that's where we landed. I'm super excited about it. I have all new art assets for the show, and the channel is like a little bit redone. The schedule is still basically the same. Like the content is still basically the same, but it gives me more space to work in like a new area. So I'm really excited about that. The other thing that I did that was really fun, more of a Warcraft thing, was I sat down one day and decided to do all my mage towers, and then I did all my mage towers. So that's done.
Hmm.
Good
I
job.
want to back up actually.
Yeah.
Because I was actually I knew something was coming. And I wasn't sure of anything, but I walked up to I typed in twitch.tv/Bartholomew, and then it's like nothing is there, right? There's no redirect or anything. Now I know that I'm still like a subscriber, right? Like
Thank
many,
you,
like
by the
I'm
way.
looking at this.
Very kind of you.
Of course I am. Look at the whole chat room of all the people like dumping your icon, your emojis, the follower
Yeah.
emojis, right? In chat right now. So like for those of us who are looking, and I was today, as a matter of fact, for your stream, like what do we do?
Right. So it's twitch.tv/abonuslevel. It's twitter.com/abonuslevel. That's what it is now. It's spelled normal. There's no funky characters or letters and numbers in the middle of it or nothing like that. I think it makes it a little bit more searchable because, you'd say Bartholomew and they'd say, oh, Bartholomew. And I'm like, no, it's the wrong spelling. So
I've definitely done that myself.
yeah, well, and I mean, that's normal because that's what most people whose names is Bartholomew would call themselves, is without that. They're not running around sounding like barf, puke, barf.
Not in here, you're not. This is a Mercedes.
This is a Mercedes.
So, like, am I changing what I call you?
You can if you like. I've been introducing myself as Casey as often as possible on the show because barf isn't as Nintendo focused. It doesn't really super matter. When I see you at BlizzCon, I'm sure you're going to call me barf anyway, so it doesn't. It's all the same to me. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it.
Barf.
Barf.
A bonus level. That's a good one. I like it. You're right. That totally lets me know, like, that it's video game. I think like almost like a one up. It makes me think mushroom. It makes me think. It's definitely a more video gaming, more on brand. So good for you, man. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be fun.
Same great flavor, brand new packaging.
Oh, there's a transition there. I just don't know what it is. I was going to say, speaking of same great flavor, but that wasn't going to work. Anyway, it's Galv. Tonight, we feature a raid team who will always have a job to do perpetually until forever. This is the first time that the Hydral Volunteer Fire Department has been featured on The Converted. Thanks for coming on, Galvanid.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thrilled to be here, and I'm not going to be here forever, though, because not only do you have someone after me, but I got to make raid time in about a half an hour to
I forgot about that.
Let's go on then. Tell us, the listeners, a little bit about who you are in real life. What do you do? Where you're from? The usual stuff.
All right, my
Tell
name's Joe.
Howland he can hold
I'm
his
from the
horses.
Great White North. Just yesterday, I came back from near the Dakotas and through blizzard territory. There's a 3-foot snowdrift next to my front door. Picked up my dog from the doggy daycare that he'd been at all weekend, and life's good. Got a couple of kiddos, and if they come running through here later, I apologize. They're supposed to be quiet, but they're 7 and 9, so it's not going to happen.
I love kids. It's fine.
Yeah. My stepkid and I were hanging out earlier, and we were playing some, like, flat human game where you're basically like this ragdoll pair of humans trying to work your way through puzzles. Pretty entertaining. So, we get out and we do stuff, but we're also game-centered. Work in the financial industry. Can't go into super great detail because then I'd have to do lots of disclosures, and those are boring. But I also like streaming for the raid teams and streaming games on Twitch, Twitch TV/Galvanid, and Galvanid Online. You've got Splashed on there for Twitter handles. I'm not like super busy doing that stuff, but I like to keep current. And what I do most of my broadcast is for either Vex on Thunderlord, or as you guys know, the Hydral Volunteer Fire Department on Airy Peak, which is how I know all of you guys. So what do you want to know? What can I tell you?
Well, I mean, it's crazy that it's taken so long to get your team on our show. You've been around a while.
Well, there's some reasons. Okay, so when I joined, Slim was running it. If you guys know Slim, and he got busy and did some other stuff, and then Theory and Howland and iHeels kind of picked up the reins. And so they do a great job. But if you've ever tried to get Howland on the show, there's some technical difficulties there.
Because
it's difficult enough to. Yeah, he's secretly his Clark Kent persona is Metzen.
He's
it's not, but it is. Right, exactly. He's just like their love child. Theory, you could probably get on the show. He's doing a great job for us. I think he's technically given up being an officer in the fire department, but we don't let him go anywhere because we like having him so much. And then you got Zahn and me were recruited recently to give iHeels and Theory a break. And so Howland still doesn't have to say anything. He just types messages like "get good, noobs," things like that. So
to stop, Howland says that kind of stuff to y'all.
He's very kind in our group, man. He's the nicest man ever.
Yeah,
well, right, but he's literally the top dog in fire department, so he has to lay down the law. So
he slums it with the chickens and his top dog there too. I know what you're talking about.
No.
No,
Like he's not the raid leader though. When Howland runs with the chickens, and he's just the nicest. And does he really get mean in your group? I want to know. I want to know.
It's not mean. Well, there's times, but you have to piss him off to get him mean. No, he's appropriately authoritarian, refocusing the group on the task at hand. There's huge room because we're a fun, casual group that does goal AOTC every expansion with Mythic afterwards. Like Mythic's our bonus level, where we try to knock out as many pieces of Mythic content as we can after we hit our goals. So there are times when the fun sort of bubbles over and spills out, and then it's more like chaos with no success and lots of expensive repair bills. And at that point, he reins us in a little bit. I mean, we all try, but when Howland types, you all read.
Types very loudly, does he?
Very loudly. All caps, raid warning typing. Yeah, you've pissed off mom and dad at that point.
So, like, when he's trying to get you guys focused on the job, what's the job? Tell me the team.
Okay, all right. This might sound familiar. You may have heard of this before, but do the mechanics, don't stand in crap.
What? That's crazy.
I know.
No way.
I know.
This nonsense.
It's a concept that I think we've uniquely branded on our team and that no one else talks about ever. But I think at the core, that's probably some variation of that theme. So yeah. He'll message one of the officers and just tell us, hey, here's what I need you to work on because we're talking, and he's not. So he just gets to drop in the big messages every now and then and lets him focus on. He's top healer whenever he wants to be top healer, top DPS if he switches to DPS spec because that's Howland. Go figure.
Okay. Well, you were telling us what kind of team you are. Like you're calling yourself a casual team, but you're always hitting the AOTC.
Yeah.
Okay. From my personal perspective, I don't know if I would call your team all that casual, but just maybe I am just used to like way more casual. Because you've got some pretty big guns on your team.
Well, they won't let you in the airport with these big guns. Yeah, so we do have a couple of items like that going on, but it's still casual. I mean, no one burns you off the team. I don't think we've kicked anyone ever as long as I've been there, unless they were being mean to someone, and I can't even think of a name. We've got people that are part-timers, people that are seasonal. We've got some of the most wonderful people that they'll message you and say, hey, I'm going to sit this one out because this mechanics just got me and I don't want to hold up the team. And you get past it and you pick them up again and you go. I mean, I say casual, it's only 2 nights a week. And yeah, it's like all your cousins getting together, having a good time. There's just a little bit of, hey, focus, and we help out the players that need help. Like when I'm falling behind, I'll like message one of the players that does a really good job at Hunter, and I'll say, hey, what am I doing? Can you help me out with this? And they'll go over, I'm not going to name names, but someone in the chat who's almost always high on the DPS list helped me to go through what's the new thing everyone's using? Raid tools or something like that. It's some parsing mechanism that tells you if you're using the right gear stats and stuff like that. So yeah.
It's I know it. It's called
Exorcist?
Now it builds off of not the Armory. SimC Raidbot, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, Raidbot.
There it is. Hello, Eli. Speaking of one of our members. So yeah, we got a lot of people in chat there. A lot of fire department people. You guys are gonna be late for raid. Cut it out. We'll keep
Fire's getting out of control.
Yeah.
Hey, WoW Analyzer is really good for that too. You put your you put your logs into there, and it'll help. You have definitely brought your team here to troll you. Listen,
oh my God.
listen. The High Fire Department, whoever trolls the best gets a prize at the end.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
They love trolling me. God, it's like a nightly
I
thing.
need to know, do you always wear a puffy shirt?
You're full
not
on pirate
always.
right now. I want the audio listeners to know, full on pirate.
Like you literally dress like a pirate tonight.
I did it for fun. I was either going to go suit and tie or maybe pirate. I've got my bow and arrows in the back, which you'll just see moving briefly here. And I've got some swag. I've got some swag on here, including ETC's guitar pick, which I took off his cold, dead body, which is what you call medium rare. Yeah.
You've
They
also got
love
the 5-year pin for CTR.
I
It's
do.
epic.
It is. By the way, I love the t-shirts. I bought like 4. I'm going to give them away at a Hearthstone tournament later this year, I think.
Awesome.
Which t-shirts? What do you mean?
It's got the insignia on the front with all of the names of the different
The raid team
raid
shirt.
teams. God,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Funny story, real quick, because I know you're on time budget or whatever. My raid team is on there, the one that I created and never ever raid because I realized I couldn't run with everything I have going on, but it is on there. And I'm like, guys, you can delete this. And Pat's like, no, we're just going to keep it. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. Never had a raid.
That's all right. I mean,
Dude, that was a
everyone's
really
on there.
popular shirt last year for sure.
It was awesome.
Yeah, good shirt.
Irony is, 2 years ago, I missed out on the blue shirt. I was like late to the movie in Shakopee, which is just south of my house. And this year I won a shirt of the correct size at a Minnesota meetup. So that was exciting. So now I've got the blue shirt too.
Awesome.
I've
Yes.
got a blue shirt in a pile over there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I've also got a Kinsman purple shirt.
Nice.
Yes.
So- I should plug the fire department a little bit. I told them I would. Yeah, we're casual. We're constantly recruiting, although now that we're doing Mythic, we can only run 20 at a pop. So usually we got 20 to 25 any given night. But if you can make Wednesdays and Mondays, check it out. I mean, we'll take anyone. And we're pretty close. We've done one charity run for AOTC. And as soon as we can get up and running a little more regularly, I think we might be able to carry one or two a week. But that's all up to capacity. Yeah, because it's still, I mean, Argus is still hard on Heroic. So I think we're 5th or 6th in the CTR rankings for raid teams. So
That is awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, I would say that we might not burn our way out of the gates, but when everyone else gets sick and tired of doing the same crap over and over again, we plow right past them. I tell you, it's the turtle in the hair.
Yeah. Are you in like at odds with any other teams?
I wouldn't think so. We actually share a couple of players with a bunch of those other teams that are ahead of us as well. So, who would we really keep our eye on? I don't think anyone in particular, because we go at our own speed. We're just happy when we move up a level, though.
Yeah.
Well, since we mentioned Howland real quick, Howland, we had some listener input. He said that we can ask Howland how long it took Galv to figure out how to make his pet attack on his hunter.
So they just love trolling me. But this is going back to that night where I was trying to figure out how I could squeeze some more DPS out of my rotation. And they're harkening back to when I started using my Shaman as an alt last expansion, and I forgot there was an Earth Shield. So, like, there he's asking me, hey, why don't you put Earth Shield on? I'm like, what's that? It's like, you mean that really important Shaman spell you have that's supposed to help keep the tanks alive? So when I was working on my pet rotation, they're like, oh yeah, he forgot to do like whatever the pet attack is. I'm like, no, they're just teasing me. But the piece I did figure out was that I needed to put a focus on my pet to keep track of dire frenzy stacks or something like that. But God, they just they're just loving to troll me on that stuff.
You deserve it.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's my burden to bear.
Before you sneak out of here for your raid, I did have one more question I wanted to hit you with. Could you hit us maybe with a team meme or a story of some kind? Something from...
Do you mind if I go through a couple people on the team? Because I know I talked about Howland and such, but can I list off some people? Is that doable?
It's your time, man. Go for it.
All right. I'm grabbing from recent history here, but we got Draven, who plays on his Paladin Murder Tramp, Justina, Yamo, Foolproof, Tequila, Jetlock, Combo, Marcos, Carrie, Jadia, who's new. Thank you for joining. White, Vaden, who's also new. Thank you for joining. Ops, iHeels is on his DK, well, this last one, but usually he's on a Shaman. Saraya, Elian, Howland, of course, Spider Monkey. Theory's around. Most nights when he's not feeling well, he takes the night off because he doesn't have to show up anymore if he's busy. But we've also got some people that have been on the team and usually kind of take off when Mythic time rolls around. But Eli's in chat. He's been around. Dez, if you know Dez. CJ is on school break, but that's good for him because he should really graduate college. And I think that's the regulars. And Squick. Let's see here. And Doctor, who wasn't on this list, but Dr. Pope is around too. Where's he hiding here? Let's see. Spider-Man. I already said him. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much everyone I can think of. And if I missed you, I'm sorry, but you weren't on the most recent Parsons, so it's your own fault.
The most recent.
I cheated. I looked.
Oh, you have a list.
I looked up our recent Warcraft logs, so I wouldn't forget many people.
That is awesome. I love
and
it.
Zahn. I forgot Zahn, who was also away that day. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Draven. Pain in my butt.
I know your entire team is like in the chat room right now. And I know you're about to start raid.
They're probably like already there. It's fine. I'm just a hunter in this raid. I can sit back and let my pet do all the damage and eat Cheetos.
And I want everyone to understand that the entire time they are raiding with you tonight, that you are dressed as a pirate.
I'm bringing it. I'll stream it too. So if you're bored later, you can catch our hijinks. Although I'm not as good of a streamer as Casey is or T, in the sense that I don't usually keep up with chat. Sorry.
Oh, that's the one thing I have down.
Yeah.
It's easier than playing the video game, that's for sure.
Yes.
That's true. I'll be responding. I'll be like, "You didn't see that fire, dude." I'm like, "Oh, my bad. Wipes on me."
So remind us again where we can find you about the internet.
You can find me at Galvanid pretty much if you play a game, Xbox or I don't know, EverQuest, Warcraft, anywhere around you see that name, that's probably me. High likelihood. Twitter, Galvanid Online, in Twitch TV /Galvanid, pretty easy, and in Discord as well. Yeah, repair bills on me tonight. Thanks. Yeah, we'll see.
Cool. Okay.
Send the invoice
well,
to
gosh.
Murder Tramp. Send the invoice
Tramp.
for all of the repair bills.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah. I appreciate you guys having me on. Feel free, drop by the fire department sometime. We always like cross-pollinating people and just having a good time.
You gonna take care of Teldrassil this time around?
That's something else we're gonna say is it hasn't happened yet. There was a push for a name change to the Teldrassil Volunteer Fire Department. I think it's gonna stay Hygel because rebranding is just usually a terrible idea. And jab. And we're gonna have to be called in for that damn tree though. And it's I will take this to the bank They had Nomi over for a barbecue and things went poorly. That's the answer.
Know me.
Damn
Yeah.
that Nomi.
The real raid boss.
Yeah. Or Pat's just floating around over there camping. That's the other possibility.
Is this a story I've never heard? Is Pat bad at camping?
Is
He's
he?
just out camping near huge trees right now.
Yeah, follow Twitter or Barf.
Exactly.
I do, but I didn't think he was bad at camping. The idea is that he
Case
burnt down the
Barf boner
forest.
level.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's
Oh
Nomi
my
though.
God.
It's got to be Nomi. All right.
Thank
What
you
can I do for you
so
guys?
much for coming on tonight.
You can go
Heck
kick
yeah.
some butt on raid team.
I'm gonna do that. Absolutely. And who's following me? Who's up next?
That's gonna be Esh. Esh is gonna bring us some raid reports while I talk about guild stuff.
All right. Well, I totally appreciate you guys. You want me to bow out right about now?
Yeah, you on your way to your
Yeah.
raid? All right, man.
Thanks very much. You
Bye.
guys have a lovely night.
Have a great night. While we bring on Ash, we're going to turn it over to T for the guild haps.
It's time for tea!
Hey guys, so make sure you're checking that guild calendar. For sure right now we do have on the 21st a casual Emerald Nightmare normal. Silver's still rocking her bus tours. I know she posts in Discord when those are. Discord's going to be a good way to find out about guild events. The guild calendar is always great. And make sure you're paying attention to guild chat in game. I gave away something today. So yeah, you just never know what's going to happen. If you have ideas for events, let us know. I know I'm in the planning stages of doing a night of starting off in Molten Core and going in without clothes on and only wearing what you get. And I know we're going to be able to down a lot of these bosses, but just going up different raid levels.
The character.
The character, yes, not you. Well, you
Okay.
won't be on a camera, so I guess you can do whatever it is that you want.
Red.
But yes, the character is going in without clothes. You can only wear what you loot and then just going up, doing a raid or two each tier level or expansion. And eventually we'll get to the point where we're at possibly that one that I block out, Kata, where it might be a little difficult if you haven't, been blessed by the loot gods. So I'm excited. I'm just mapping where we want to go. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that is the guild events that we have happening. So always exciting, especially even though we're kind of, people are waiting for the expansion. We still have stuff going on.
We are waiting for the expansion.
Very much so. And that brings us to Ash. Let's hook us up with some guild stuff.
I have only good news. Only
Yay!
good news. Progression. Yes. Is my audio low?
Kind of
I see you. Oh, I can knock it down a notch.
I'm sorry. I'm going to do it again. Can everyone else hear Ash just fine?
He's on the high side for me.
He's on the fuzzy side for me.
Fuzzy side for me.
But if you are sounding good, usually you are on the super, super, super low side. Oh, Ash is reverberating.
Yeah, he's hot.
Oh,
I can fix it. Hang on.
so Harry Anderson of Night Court has passed away at 65.
That sucks.
Yes, 65, man.
Arlie Ermy yesterday.
Hmm.
It's new Skype because we went to Skype for half a minute. New Skype. It probably did it all over again. Am I still hot?
You sound much better now.
No, you sound better now.
Let me make sure I quit Skype so that it doesn't decide to take over again. But when I brought up Skype today, we were having the technical issue or whatever. It was the new Skype instead of the old Skype. I used to have the old Skype installed, but apparently Windows finally decided to get rid of it and just use the new one. So
Yeah, the same thing happened to me, and I don't like it.
So yeah, Skype tends to want to max out my mic input. I don't know why. It was on 100, and normally I'm at 45, so it should be back to normal.
Yeah, you sound good now. We can continue, I think.
So hey guys, I got a raid report for you. All good news. Lots of progression. Well, when I say lots, I mean, relatively speaking. We are winding down. It is getting toward the end of this expansion, and this is the last raid tier. People are ready for a break, but we've still got a few teams that are knocking out some kills. First of all, the Rubber Chickens took out the Portal Keeper. The Portal Keeper is now down. You guys working on ENR or High Command or MNR?
ANR is. Did we get ANR? We got Portal Keeper because a certain Galvanid came in with his Death Knight and death gripped all of the imps, which as it turns out,
helpful.
death gripped imps are that's super good.
Yep.
That's how you want them.
It's good on Mythic too. So Bacon and Kegs, 9 to Midnight, Hump Day Heroes, and Gruel's Gone Wild, all knocked out. Argus, 11 of 11, ahead of the curve to those 4 teams. So congratulations to all those guys. That's huge. That's 50 plus folks right there that got their bird mount. And Facepull got a couple of progression kills, Portal Keeper and ENR on Mythic difficulty. So congrats to Facepull. That's it. That's all the progression this week.
Wonderful.
Right on.
We're
all
only a
these
few
teams
months away.
get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. We're only a few months away from the new expansion, and there's still people killing stuff. Like that is, not a whole lot of guilds do that anymore. This late, we're special. We're pretty cool. Join our guild.
Join our guild. That's right. There's plenty of teams that are done, and there's plenty of teams that are still kicking it. We're as for our team, we're sticking in there for about another 5-6 weeks, something like that, and we're going to take a break. So everybody's got their time. Everybody needs some, R&R or whatever. So good.
Right on. Well, I think it's time for chat room shoutouts. But while you guys are shouting at me, do you guys have some stuff to read? I think there was some Twitter banter.
Indeed. Let's see. Winchester sends his shout out to Sal, who's always wonderful with her podcast and always a friend, not only to me, but to everybody she comes across in guild and out. Thank you, Sal, for being the wonderful woman you are.
Oh, thank you.
Winchester's like the nicest person. Everyone befriend Winchester. Good for you.
Good people. And Tink sends a shout out to Summer for all the work she's done to make this show too legit to quit. And I think he said that just so I would have to say that. And to Bartholomew for being a wild guy. And Tink sends one to Tour Arts for all the show prep, all the work, and those eyes. Keep it up. Penguins are evil, T. Penguins are evil.
What?
Penguins are evil?
So
That's something Tink said. So there's a backstory here. Let's hear it.
So I'm playing the Hat in Time game, which is the fun 3D platform game that I love. And there's a part where basically you're not a slave to the penguins, but you're helping them make a movie. And so I am Team Penguin, and everyone says the penguins are evil, but you're just helping make a movie. Like you're doing a parade, and yeah, and it looks like Galvin has some news for us. Speaking of updating news.
Well, yeah, Galv has just messaged us in Discord a photo of him in Antorus saying, hello from Antorus, we're on time.
Look at
Hooray! Wait, I have a button for that.
Hooray!
that. And I think Tink has some misinformation because Sal is the real star of the show prep work. I don't know where she is. She's below me. She's the one that does all the prep work for us. Barf and I kind of just show up, and Barf does the tech stuff.
Barely.
I just show up with a spreadsheet.
I think all of us have a really important role here.
Oh, and Sal's really good at coaching us too. keeping us all motivated.
Oh, that thank you. I did the show notes 20 minutes before we started.
That's okay. I went live 20 minutes after we started.
That wasn't your fault.
Really,
Okay.
you did the show notes 40 minutes. Look at that.
Well, look at that.
that?
Okay, so the next shout outs is from PK Geek Dad that says probably one of the many shout outs to Lonnie and Facepool for running the masses through Argus AOTC and shiny new bird mounts. That's pretty awesome.
Seconding that shout out because I got mine last week.
Thirded,
What
I
you
got
got
mine.
first, T? Fourthed, me too.
Everybody in the
We-
guild owes their birds to Facepull.
We do have some shout outs. Tolping, yes. Shout out to Facepull for ahead of the curve birdie. So another Facepull shout out. And then we have a shout out from Frasley to a bonus level, aka Bartholomew,
That's me.
for the awesome job on show engineering each week. Show
Aw.
engineering. That's a very fancy title. I love it.
Thank you very much. I prefer to
And,
think of myself as executive producer and director of all moon-based operations.
Can I
I
call
think that's your new
Venus?
title.
Yeah, I'm getting a name tag and everything.
Okay, cool.
And I think that is shout outs. I'm not seeing any more coming in.
What about from you
Okay,
guys?
then. Okay, well, I'll go first. My Westworld podcast is starting back up because Westworld is starting back up. So we just recorded last night our intro podcast, our intro show for the show because season 2 hasn't started, but season 2 does start on Sunday. Oh, my Lord. So look up Pariah Cast for all your Westworld needs.
I'm gonna. I can't wait for that show, man. It's gonna be so good. Also, Westworld. Westworld's gonna be nice too, but
yeah,
Both are amazing.
but Pariah Cast for sure.
yeah, that's the good stuff right there.
I'm mostly
about you,
waiting for
Barb?
Westworld because once Westworld comes out, I'm going to resubscribe to HBO and I'm going to binge watch Westworld and the last season of Game of Thrones. So
Have you not seen the first season of Westworld, Ash?
I saw the first season of Westworld. Yes.
Cool.
Finished it right after we finished the next to last season of Game of Thrones, and then we cut the HBO subscription. Now we're going to bring it back on so we can binge watch it all again.
Okay.
Great. Barf,
What?
have you any shout outs?
Oh, yeah, actually. Shout out to Wowhead because they had descriptions of how to do mage challenges on there that made it simple enough that somebody who doesn't use some of their specs was able to figure it out and get it done. I really like my shiny new mace. I wish I could use it with the other. I wish you could mix and match your weapon and offhand appearances at
for real.
at the dude man guy, but you can't. So maybe next expansion.
That makes me think of a shiny new Australia.
Actually, you know what? You're a shaman. You'd understand this. I want to do that on my Doomhammer as well, man. Like the bigger Doomhammer, you have to have a lightning axe. I'm not about that life, man. I want the lava hammer. That was better. I want to be Captain Hammer.
I
The
want to watch
Hair
hammer
blowing in the breeze.
is my Turarts. Turarts, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, I do have shout outs now. Yes, I was distracted, but shout out to Draven. He helped me out in a big way today, so just shout out to Draven. And then shout out to J-Man. He does a lot for the guild and has some real life haps happening right now. So just throw him some love if you can.
Yep.
He does a lot for the guild, even though he's probably away for a little bit, but yeah, he still does a ton.
That's a good one. Good one.
My shout out's going to go out to there's a particularly active group of folks that tend to send us a lot of shout outs and keep the social things happening with this particular podcast and with the guild in general. Frasley, Winchester, Silverbolt, Sprout, Tink, some others. all those guys, and I didn't name everybody, but there's a lot of people with a lot of energy that's always, you know, feeding the energy into this podcast, and I think those guys need some recognition. They really, without those guys and their energy, it would be a lot lower energy. So I appreciate that.
Totally agree.
We should have them on the show.
All of them have been on the show.
Every single one of them at the same time.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, all at
Winchester
once.
hasn't.
Winchester, what are you doing 2 Mondays from now?
Yeah, for real.
The third.
Not kidding, though. Right. Okay, well, Barf, we got anything to say before we wrap this up?
No, nothing that I can think of. Does anybody else have anything?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, then in that case, that's going to wrap us up for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Navox and Geek Chic Lisa for our theme music. You can find us on Twitter at converted_CTR. Turarts is at Turarts. Sal is at Summer_Sal. Esh is at Echelon, and I am at A Bonus Level. Sal, when is our next episode?
In 2 weeks, we'll have our show on April 30th. Same time, same place.
Awesome. For Turarts.
Bye.
For Sal.
See you later.
For Echelon.
Bye-bye.
And for myself, we will see you next time, everybody.
You can follow the show on Twitter at converted_CTR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast. And find us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast. And join us live every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.
And that is a wrap.
So I wasn't
really
going to
bad
talk.
that I feel really bad that things took so long to get off the ground today, because I mean, him being on a timetable and then hurrying.
I
through
forgot
the
about that, man.
I really
Yeah.
felt
We could have
bad.
talked to Gal for a lot longer.
Yeah,
Ah.
You just have to
We'll
have
have
them
them
back
on
then.
again.
but like we tried to for the audience, we tried to start the show on time, and none of the video and half of the audio was working. So we emergency tried to switch to Skype, and that was giving us a hard time. So we were like, let's try Discord again. And we switched to Discord, and suddenly everything was working. So I was like, okay, we can have a show. It's only 20 minutes late. No problem. We'll just go 20 minutes long. And then, Galv had to hustle out of here to get to raid, and I felt really bad.
Got to get him back.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'll say that our energy wasn't quite there. Oh, my energy wasn't there. For real, Barf, I can't hear people. I couldn't hear Galv. I can barely hear Esh. I believe I've screwed up my audio by screwing with it too much.
Barf and Sal are going to need some tech time.
Skype did it.
I
What I
blame
wanna-
Yeah.
Skype.
Skype did it.
Skype did it.
Well, like,
Skype did something when you loaded Skype up. It probably killed your audio output or something. Go into your device manager or audio devices, playback devices, see what's up.
well, that's absolutely the case when I go between Skype and Zencaster. When I do,
That's the one that records everybody individually, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we use for Darkmoon Herald, and which Frasley was in the chat room for that last time. And it makes us sound really good, but it seems like a lot of effort. Kevin goes through a lot to record that. Not to record it, but to edit. And I go through a lot to edit too, but there's some things that I cannot do. For example,
Oh, I don't believe that at all.
When you said that Esh was kind of loud, I was like, good, because Esh's audio often comes in as kind of quiet.
Well,
But
I mean,
I can barely
when he
hear him
came
at all.
in today, he was sort of blowing everybody over. Like it was.
Yeah,
real,
well, I
it was
heard-
real hot.
I heard that, Ash. I heard your mic was hot, but I couldn't hear it. In Galv, I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Did you just do the entire podcast reading everyone's lips? Because are you a magician?
I can hear you, and I can hear T just fine.
We call them mages, not magicians.
And I knew what we were asking Galv, and he was gesticulating wildly. Man, we could have.
His
Oh,
pirate
Galv
outfit.
stillness.
Oh, there was a ton of stuff we could have talked to Gal about.
I could have talked to him for half an hour more.
We'll just
Easily,
have to have him on
easily.
like a month from now. We'll bring
Hey,
him
what are you
on.
doing in 2 weeks?
We'll ask him what he thinks about what I don't know, whatever we'll have to talk about. We'll ask him what he thinks about whatever it is. When are we talking about CTR party things?
Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, so let me pull it up.
I wanted to deliberately not get too much into that because I knew there was a bunch that we hadn't really discussed yet.
Okay,
Probably
so
around the 28th-ish or the one after that.
here's the deal. Gruel's Gone Wild needed to go a week kind of after. So let's see. We need someone for April 30th. Wouldn't it be great to get Winchester? Then Gruel's is the May 14th. And then Jules actually told me. And you know, I don't want to like spoil stuff too much, but I will.
We getting in trouble?
Oh, we won't have a show May 28th. That's Memorial Day.
I can
So
spoil some stuff. You guys want to get spoiled?
so May 20th isn't anything. May 21st is when Jules was talking about kicking stuff off or something. The 28th is Memorial Day. Okay, no show on that day.
Okay.
So the 4th would be our next show.
June 4, I believe that could be a Jules and Pat situation. Let's call it a CTR party thing. CTR party money grab. Jules, I'll we'll talk about the Kickstarter on that day. So we have April 30th with nothing. Gruel's on the 14th. The 21st we wouldn't have had anything
Yeah, it would
on
have been
that
the
day
28th.
anyway.
Yep.
So I would kind of keep that open for CTR party. Something might happen. Like
Maybe a launch thing, or maybe, I don't know, pre-launch stuff.
no show. Everything sounds dirty to me right now. T. So pre-launch
Yeah.
stuff. Question mark. Big question mark on that, but that'd be a perfect day for that.
Cool.
And what is this? Happy birthday to oh gosh, I think that the birthday of no, that's not right. It must be Belschnickel's birthday. Okay. Memorial Day is 28th. CTR parties on the 4th. So the next time we could actually have someone else on would be the 18th of June. Show need a guest.
You listening, chat room?
We need one next week, and we need one in a month and a half. 2 months.
Well, the month and a half thing is kind of hard because people end up needing to
Vacations.
cancel and stuff. If you do it too far in advance, it gets weird. Let's see. Show what guest. Okay. I have not been looking at the chat room. What has Winchester been saying? Oh, party!
Party, party, party!
There we go.
Did Ash just say something?
In the chat, yes. I do have to get to going though. It's been a long, long day, unfortunately. But this was a good show, even though we had to be a little speedy. It was good.
Yeah, this show, when I edit it down, is going to be like 40 minutes.
One of our quicker ones.
Okay.
We could have some conversations right now and then splice it in as though it was natural and happened correctly. I was a real grump-a-dump this afternoon. I was upset because I lost in Heroes of the Storm because somebody was a troll. But then I
Barf,
watched Gurren Lagann and I felt better.
Is that why you were upset today?
No, I get easily upset by technical issues. I don't get easily upset by very much, but I get easily upset by this.
Good night.
Night. Good night. I have stuff to do.
Good night, T.
Bye-bye.
I mean, I've seen you all manner of other things, but that was the first time I'd seen you yell an F-bomb loudly on for real.
I
angry.
don't think we were live, right? I didn't do that.
You weren't.
In front
You
of the
weren't
people.
live.
Okay.
You didn't do that in front of the people.
Yeah, I had some bad games. Like the last game I played was a good game. And also, I watched a couple of episodes of Gurren Lagann to get my blood pumping, because that's the thing. Have yourself a feel-good show. Have a show that makes you feel good, and then when you feel bad, watch your feel-good show, and you'll feel better. But then getting in and having Discord not work kind of started to sneak me back into Grumpy Land, and I was like, but then everything started working fine, and I felt better. But like, it was weird. The way I have my audio routed, my audio comes into a channel that then splits into my speakers and my headphones, so I can mute them individually or have them both running at the same time if I wanted to for some weird reason. But the audio from Discord and the audio from Skype both run into that same channel, so the speakers and the headphones shouldn't have been different. Get into Skype, speakers are working, headphones aren't. I'm like, what is my life? Why is this all broken? And then I started to get upset.
I noticed.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be sad.
No.
I didn't mean to be mad.
I was just
I didn't
like,
mean to be aggressive.
I'm going to do something to make Barf happy. I'm going to sing a song or something. And then I made Mario things. But
wait, what Mario things?
We sang Mario at you.
Headphones weren't working.
Oh my gosh. Me and Galv were singing a song for you to make you happy.
Did it go?
We really were. Me and Galv were singing a song to make you happy.
I'll have you know, I found out what kind of pants Mario wears. You know what kind of pants Mario wears, right?
I mean, overalls really aren't pants, so.
Denim, denim, denim.
You should call me. You should call me right now.
Nailed it.
What?
Call me. Call me on the phone right now.
Okay, good night. See you guys later.
No, just to hear my thing. Like, literally take your phone out and call my literal phone number. Yes. Yeah.
That's fun.
I purchased that one. What?
Totally
So
worth it.
I fought and defeated Bowser in Super Mario Odyssey. In an effort to not spoil it, I will not tell you exactly what happens so that the chat is like, not, oh my god, you spoiled it, but oh my god, it's the best. The best. It's just the best. It's the best.
Yeah.
I had so much fun in that fight and the follow-up, like what happens right after that fight. Mario Odyssey does such things to my little brain. Like, I thought I hit the pinnacle of Super Mario Brothers when I turned into a squid that shoots water out of its hiney and floats. I thought that was the best thing that you could be. And, like, I was a pirate for a time, and then I was a chef for a little while. Now I'm Luigi. I'm Mario, but I'm wearing green. Throwing everybody for a loop. It's a good game. It's a good video game. As games go. It's good. What did you guys do this week?
Did I tell you that I missed a chance to meet Pine from the
No,
New
you
York
didn't.
Excelsior Overwatch raid team?
You chose not to tell me that.
So my friend calls me, and my friend says, "Hey, Summer, there is a Hearthstone gathering going on at this PC bong, this PC room that's brand new. It's a PC cafe in the Lower East Side." And I'm like, cool. I mean, I don't really play Hearthstone, but like a gathering sounds cool, like a fireside gathering type thing, like, and fireside gatherings, by the way, what's cool about those is it's you're playing different people, but the gathering has its own rules. So, and it could be like whatever rules, I don't know. But this one is like they give you a random deck. You choose what you want to play, like what role you want to play, and then they give you a random deck. And it was kind of crazy, and like throwing out some ETC cards and stuff. It was fun. Okay. And I made a friend. I went with a friend and we made a friend, and it was cool. Okay. And there were a bunch of, just like a regular PC bong, there was a bunch of Korean guys in there. And I'm like, oh, just like in Korea. Cool. Okay. Later on, Pine, the most famous Overwatch player, professional Overwatch player there is, who is a member of the New York Excelsior.
I really liked him in Star Trek.
He had a photo of himself. He had taken a photo going, "Hey, I was at Waypoint Cafe." And in the background was a photo of the back of my friend's head, where my friend had just traded seats with me because I needed to use the plug.
Could have been the back of your head. You could have had part of a famous head.
They were just hanging out right behind us. And I recall, because a bunch of them were talking about, someday there's going to be a Warcraft 4. And I remember going, well, whatever, and like mocking them and walking out the door. I probably touched him on his back and said, "Excuse me," as I walked out the door because they were blocking the doorway. 2 days later, there was a meet and greet, and you had to stand in line for 2 hours to go shake their hand. And I could have just like had a coffee with these members of the New York Excelsior Overwatch team because they were there.
And mocked them about their feelings about Warcraft 4.
I did that. I did do that.
No, I meant like to their face. You could have been like sat down across from them with coffee and been like, all right, listen, obviously there can't be a Warcraft 4 because what are they going to do? Sylvanas and Thrall fighting alongside each other? What are you crazy? Those units don't mesh, man.
I'm a little bit like about that.
I felt that way I felt that way a couple of times at BlizzCon, where like, oh, what, you didn't see famous podcaster look, Mike Morheim just walked by, and I'm like, no, I had my beer in front of my face, I couldn't see him. Like, that happened a few times.
Mike Morheim will only talk about one thing. StarCraft.
I don't know anything about StarCraft.
He totally. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Not StarCraft, but he is such a fanboy of StarCraft, like pro players.
The purest thing I've ever heard, man. Like, he helps create this game, and then 20-something years later, he's like, I really like that game. Like, yeah, man. Like, you probably should.
I mean, like, have I told you the story about when I met him and spoke to him and got Okay,
I bet my story about the time I met him is much shorter. I waved at him at Disney. That's the entire story.
Oh, that's fun.
John Jagger was there. He can back me up.
Do you mean Stanley Billings?
My name is Stanley Billings. I'm gonna save this wasteland.
And take Talia to boot. Anyway, yeah. So I look over, it was my first, I will say BlizzCon was a bit more manageable several years ago than it is now. Like,
yeah. All the fake nerds hadn't showed up yet.
Well, it was less people. It was just literally less people. This is back when like Metzen would just be chilling out on the couch, like at the Hilton. 2 years later, everyone had bodyguards. Okay, so this is the first year, and everyone is going up to all these Blizzard people like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and so I see Mike Morhaime, and I saw him talking to someone, and I figured that he was doing the oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, you're Mike Morhaime thing. So I go up and I'm like, hi. Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to, like, I'm totally interrupting them, right? Just want to say hi to you, and thanks for da-da-da. And Mike Morhaime goes, oh my god, do you know who I'm talking to? This is Tempo. He is a pro player and the #1 StarCraft YouTuber on the planet. He makes all these crazy songs. Summer, it's really wonderful to meet you. You have to watch his videos. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dude, the last one you did where you were rapping about blah, 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 and Morhaime was geeking out on this guy.
That's the most pure, happy thing that I've ever heard. There's a beauty in that he's just like, like, you're walking up to him and you're like, oh my god, and he's like, no, listen, I ain't shit, this is the guy.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's great.
And yeah, and I got the photo of the three of us, and I immediately followed Tempo. And the only time Morhaime ever tweets on Twitter, I mean, that's the only place to tweet, is when there's like some kind of big StarCraft going on, like, hey, the world finals.
I remember 2 years ago, part of his keynote. I don't know if it's the keynote or not, but I remember it was during the opening ceremonies. He was the guy that was like, "And we're going to do this huge AI thing with it was with some DeepMind thing, and it's all about StarCraft and DeepMind." And he was the guy that was like, he was geeking out then too. He was like, you could totally tell that's so cool. I didn't realize he was that into StarCraft. Like,
he may never even like log into Warcraft, and maybe he's Overwatch
that game
looks pretty cool, but StarCraft though. Oh.
Yeah, I just gave some kid the World Championship trophy for Hearthstone. But you know what, man? The game is starting soon. I got to hustle my butt over to the StarCraft stage. That's where the action's at.
I'll just, and I'm not exaggerating with that story, like yeah.
How did Tempo feel in that conversation? Oh my god.
No, Tempo, he's just kind of cool.
I'd have been shaking like it was my third pot of coffee that day.
No, this guy's actually like a YouTube celebrity. like he's
yeah, but he's a YouTube celebrity because of the thing the guy across from him made. Right? Like, that's
sure. Yeah. And I'm sure that he, I mean, he seemed really cool, you know. I had a drink with him like the next year when I saw him at BlizzCon again. Like he's always there. And yeah, he seemed cool, nice, awesome, you know. This is, you know, how some people are just like chill. He was chill, you know, very happy to be talking to someone, you know. But no, he wasn't shaking like he's had 3 pots of coffee.
I'm gonna go to BlizzCon. Is it BlizzCon time yet?
It's not BlizzCon time
I wanna
yet,
go
but
to-
we can now start thinking. Chicken coop, yo.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Lindsay. Chicken Coop's happening.
Okay.
Chicken Coop is happening. I just gotta get off my ass.
Okay. Because
Next time
I
I go
did
to-
my
normally-
taxes. Hmm?
Next time I go to, normally I go to my sister's house on Friday nights that I am not working on Saturday morning. So I should head over there this Friday. Which
Okay.
means I'm gonna chat with her about that. Chicken Coop's happening.
Cool. Esh, could you hook up the thing that you just said a little while ago? Hell to pay.
I will look for them.
They have quite the they've quite the team art.
Have they?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen the team art. I've seen all the team art, but I don't know why it doesn't. I can't get it in my head right now. I have to look for it.
It's I'll call it a haircut.
All right. See, it's the punchline of a joke, right?
Mm.
You know. It's
Is it political?
Yes.
It can. I suppose it can be. You know, something along the lines of.
It's distinct.
Are they on Twitter?
The team
Is it like, yeah?
or the butt of the joke?
Well,
the butt
I
of the
mean,
joke is famously on Twitter.
Yes, I got that. No. I got it.
Okay. I'm not laying it on too
Um,
thick, am I?
You know, how do I find this team?
The teams
art.
page on CTR, I guess.
That's
Oh,
where
is
I'm
that
going.
website still running?
Seems like a mean thing to say.
Birdparade.com. It does work sometimes.
You know what I played this week is Donkey Kong Country Returns, and guess what? I still don't like it.
Hmm.
I played it offline, which is abnormal for me. I usually don't play platformers offline, but I did this time.
Oh, wait a minute. This site looks a lot different.
guild.converttorade.com/teams.
Than the last time I saw it.
Well, that art is great. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff.
Oh my God, J Falcon, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah. Converttorade.com/
guild.converttorade.com/teams.
Yeah, I think if you don't put the guild part in, you'll get a 404 page. 404 page, by the way, is the location of Medivh's son's bio.
Medan.
I said it right? Medivh's son, because I couldn't remember Medan.
Dave's son. Oh, because you couldn't remember. Okay, of course.
Yeah, you can be found on page 404.
Because Medan doesn't exist anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. 404
I'm
in the index.
convinced that he works well as a comic book character, but not any other way. He's hard to accept as a Warcraft character.
Yeah, see, the story, his story in the comic was actually just, you know, some
Goku's
creative
story, wasn't
Warcraft
it?
character's version of Medivh's son. If Medivh were to have a son, it was just someone telling a story.
Oh my
you know?
God.
So it exists in the game as
the
a
Medan
story.
comic is canon in that it's a comic written in the Warcraft universe that, like,
Exactly.
Tinkle Spark, you know,
Mhm.
Butt
Definitely a
Smelly
gnome.
over
The
there
Tinkle
in the
Spark works.
Oh yeah, no,
Right.
I know.
Zeppelin Gnome
Tinkle
totally
Spark.
wrote this comic. Yep. That's how it is canon.
Tinkle Spark Butt Fuzzies wrote this comic book. The author of the comic book's not in this chat room right now, are they? Because I would feel bad for making fun of it.
Hell.
I want to be a paladin mage shaman druid.
Hell to pay.
You found it? Okay. I won't link it. I was about to link it, but
Look how smoothly I was able to find it because of how good the website. Well, the website has been created and maintained.
it's the fact that from the homepage,
I found it no
not
problem.
there's not an obvious like here's where you click to look at teams. Like from convertraid.com, there's no like click here for teams. Like it should be just
I
like
thought there was.
Go.
Wait a minute. I think you're a
There's
liar.
a
Convert
guild, and
to-
you got to go through the guild.
Well,
I gotta spell it right.
Listen, convertrated.com is not about the guild.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm at guild.convertrade.com
Separation.
right now.
So if I go to the guild,
Browse our raid teams. Yeah, it brings you right here. There's a button that says browse your raid teams. It's not one of the tabs on the top, but it's on the page. It's right under where it says apply now.
Where?
yeah.
I see.
Listen,
Okay. Yeah.
the ConvertRaid website itself is not about the guild. It's
Yeah,
about
that's
Right.
you know,
You're
More
right.
of a signals media
And then there's
thing.
the guild link, which makes sense. And then the browse our raid teams is on the left panel.
Do 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 do.
Okay, so I will be looking for a health to pay representative to rep the team if they have one that they want to send our way.
Be down for that.
yeah. So in 2 weeks, I would very much like to have them on. Yeah. Now I'm looking at Bo Schwartz's page.
Guys, I'm gonna hop off. Start doing my research. Maybe join a fishing raid.
Alrighty-o.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Good old
Cool,
fishing
cool.
raid.
Good night, guys.
Take it easy, man. Good show.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, this scene is not set up.
Oh.
Yeah, the two-person screen doesn't work right. I'm gonna do this for a while. Check out all of my cameras.
I always forget that you've got a good camera, and then there's the camera that I get to see.
Yeah, I should probably get another C920 or not, because
There's no reason to.
This is the I don't have to pay money for version.
There's absolutely.
You know
no
what I
reason
could
to.
do?
Hmm.
I could go to here and then 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 go to wait, here and then go to here and then go to here. And now everyone sees the yucky version. But I can fix that too. Oh, that's the wrong button.
I mean, I wouldn't say yucky.
Oh,
I would just say not the best one.
yucky. I like to think that I nailed it. I'm a blue circle. Hi, everybody. Happy to have you here at bluecircle.com. Oh, it's confused because OBS is still trying to reference that camera. That's why it's confused.
That makes sense.
Oh, well. It shouldn't still be trying to reference that camera. But it is, so whatever.
You want to go offline?
Kind of want to go to bed. So yes.
I'm thinking the same. Time is it?
Bye, everybody. Good show tonight.
Thanks for
Bye,
coming.
everybody.